Welcome to Up Gunners. Now join me, Tony Doe, as I explore the highs, lows, and everything in between of being part of the Gunners family. Settle in and let's kick off this journey together. Up Gunners! So it looks like Leicester City has started negotiations with Arsenal for a loan deal involving Reiss Nelson, and it comes with an obligation to buy. This update comes from Fabrizio Romano, so I guess it's solid. On one hand, a loan with an obligation to buy could be a smart move. It gives Nelson a chance to get some consistent game time and prove his worth. For Leicester, it's a way to secure a player they believe in while managing their finances. Let's flip the coin though. Some fans are frustrated, arguing that we could just sell him outright. The sentiment is understandable. An immediate sale will bring in funds we could use for new signings. It's all about balancing the squad and our budget, Abi? Especially with the transfer window taken away. I've seen mixed reactions to this. Some of you think the loan is a great opportunity for Nelson to develop further. Others are tired of these loan deals and want to see decisive action in the transfer market. It's a classic debate, patience versus immediate results. At the end of the day, it's about what's best for the club and the player. If Nelson can shine at Leicester and come back stronger, or if Leicester decides to make the deal permanent, if it benefits everybody last. But I get it. The uncertainty can be frustrating when we're all eager to see our squad strengthened for the challenges ahead. What are your thoughts on this potential move? Do you think a loan with an obligation to buy is the right approach, or should we perish the thought and push for a straight sale? Jurriën Timber says he looks up to winners across various sports, specifically highlighting NBA players and Max Verstappen. He admires their competitive spirit and their drive to succeed. Timber says, and I quote, "I like to look at winners. In NBA, you see them a lot. Max Verstappen, you see his interviews after races and you're like, wow, this guy is such a big winner. I love to see that. Definitely, I can add that to Arsenal. I think we have it a lot already." End of quote. This is quite the statement, and it's been sparking reactions among fans. On one hand, it's great to hear that Timber is focused on bringing a winning mentality to the team. It's the kind of attitude that can inspire others and create a strong, cohesive unit ready to tackle any challenge. But of course, some fans are looking at the practical side of things. We need to see this mentality translate into action on the pitch, scoring more goals, creating more chances, and most importantly, maintaining consistency throughout the season. Losing twice to teams like Aston Villa last season is something we need to move past if we want to compete at the highest level. So what do you think? Can Timber's winning mentality make a difference for Arsenal? Are we ready to see this translate into better performances and results? Let me know. It's been reported that Inter Milan are close to reaching an agreement with Jakub Kiwior. This update comes from La Gazzetta dello Sport, so it might be worth paying attention to. Some fans are concerned about losing Kiwior, especially with the current state of our squad. Given Tomiyasu's injury issues and uncertainty around how Timber will perform, letting Kiwior go might feel like a risky move. Some believe we should hold on to him and see how things play out. On the flip side, there are suggestions and rumors about potential swaps or deals. Some fans are curious about whether a swap for players like Lautaro Martinez or Nicolo Barella could be on the table. Others are questioning if the deal could be structured as a loan or an outright sale, and if it would bring in significant profit. While Kiwior has shown promise, the idea of bringing in another top player or securing a good financial deal might be appealing to some of us. As always, the final outcome will depend on how the negotiations unfold and what's best for Arsenal's long-term strategy. But I ask you, what do you think about the potential departure of Kiwior? Are you in favor of keeping him, or do you see the benefit in a potential deal? Let's keep chatting about these things going forward and see how this develops. Well, there's a bit of news floating around that Marseille is apparently quite close to securing a deal for Eddie Nketiah. Yeah, the same Eddie Nketiah. Personal terms have supposedly been agreed upon between him and the club, or at least that's what I'm hearing. This is all coming from Transfer News Live, and they got their scoop from L'Equipe, so I guess it might be legit. But you never know with these things now, Abby. Transfers can be so unpredictable. One moment everything seems set, and the next something could come up and derail the whole thing. So let's see if this move to Marseille really happens or if it's just another twist in the transfer saga. The Manchester United versus Arsenal preseason friendly in Los Angeles is coming up this Saturday, and guess what? Almost 20,000 tickets are still up for grabs at the SoFi Stadium, which holds around 70,000. As reported by Dale O'Donnell on Stretty News, around 51,000 tickets have been sold so far. The high ticket prices are causing some concern. The cheapest seats start at $126, and they can go up to $667. Fans seem hesitant to pay these steep prices, especially after last year's tour when United fielded a youth squad and ticket prices were also a point of contention. The question now is whether we'll see a surge in ticket sales as the match approaches. Considering the packed house at MetLife Stadium last summer, it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. That's a wrap for today's episode of Up Gunners, and I hope you enjoyed delving into the world of Arsenal Football Club with me, Tony Doe. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all future episodes. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, feel free to reach out to me at upgunnerspodcast@gmail.com. upgunnerspodcast@gmail.com. I'm active on Twitter as well at upgunnersng, active on Facebook at upgunnersng. We're also on Instagram at upgunnersng. Until next time, keep the gunner spirit alive, and remember, Up Gunners!